Hello, everybody. Gage says it's empty. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Thanks a bunch for stopping by. I hope everybody's well during this COVID-19 crisis. Today's beer comes from Old Busthead Brewing. These guys are in Virginia. I picked this up at the little beer store slash gas station down the street. I had not seen it before, so we're going to find out what this is all about. This is a 7.5%er. It's into my go-to range, and basically that's why I picked it up. Very limited on what I can get my hands on around here, unless I drive 30 miles across town to the craft beer store. And what this, everybody's sheltering in place and staying home, I didn't want to do that. I was on this side of town. I had to go out and decided to stop by there and see if they had anything. And they're the only ones that I can get the Ballast Point Victory at Sea, and they had some of those, so I went ahead and picked those up. And that is one of my favorites that I can get here that doesn't cost me an arm and a leg for a bourbon barrel aged beer. Like I said, 7.5% Virginia beer. Over to Untapped. Untapped says 75 IBUs on this one. And their little commercial description, bear with me here, it's about a paragraph long. From Civil War scrawls on the walls of graffiti house to illicit aerosol artistry, we all endeavored to leave our mark. Our graffiti house West Coast style IPA, and that's what it says it is, asserts its presence with a potent aroma of passion fruit, mango, guava, and citrus. The bold and juicy tropical body is a unique signature of the mosaic hops, while Cascade hops contribute to a clean citrus finish for a flavor so singular it leaves its own indelible impression. So their attempt at a West Coast IPA, and that's what it's got written all over the bottle, West Coast IPA. So they're not trying to present themselves as a New England style beer here. It is a West Coast style. So we're going to grade it accordingly. So we've got the commercial description, we got the IBUs, and we got the ABV. I did buy this and I couldn't find a date on it. We will look and see if there's anything stamped on the bottle, but I looked at the label before I went on camera and I didn't see anything stamped on the label. And like I said, we'll check the bottle when we come back. It's got condensation on it, can't see it, so I don't think they're dating it, and we don't have any idea how old the beer is, and that's the problem I have around here, guys. If I want to buy a beer, especially something I haven't had before, you take your chances on it having a date or not. A lot of them don't have it, so it is what it is. If you want me to purchase something, this is what I got to deal with. And even going to the craft beer store, I had to buy beers over there that had no date on it. So that's the problem we have in this part of Virginia. Hard to get any decent beers, and the ones that come in don't have a date on them. So all I can tell these guys at Graffiti House, at Old Busthead Brewing, they need to get a dating machine if they want to be in this business. I don't know how long they've been in business, but they are distributing on this side of Virginia, and they're in, when did I see it? Van Hill series. It doesn't even say where they're out of. I just know it's in Virginia. It usually says what part of Virginia on here, but I don't see it. Anyway, we're going to find out. So without further ado, let's do it. Let me get it open. Let's see what we got here, guys. Very clear coming out of the bottle. We're going to swirl it around, make sure we got everything out of it. I don't think there's any kind of sediment that's settled into it. I wanted to boost up that head just a little bit, and by swirling it around in that last little pour, usually does that. Usually works pretty good. About a finger and a half of head on it, guys. It is a nice, rich amber color. It is pretty clear. I can see light through it. Good looking beer. Let's get it to the nose. A little bit of citrusy notes. There is a little maltiness to it. Yeah, I don't know if I would say I'm getting big mango or guava or passion fruit. Citrusy notes, maybe a little pine and some malt. That's about it, guys. Like I said, not knowing how old the beer is. I don't know. I don't know! Oh well, let's dive in. Cheers. Decent beer, guys. That's where I'm going to go with it. I'm not getting a whole lot more on the taste. Getting some citrusy notes, a little bit of pine, a little malt. If there's any mango or guava or passion fruit, it's very, very, very subtle, guys. This is probably not something I would pick up again, especially if it doesn't have a date on it where I can tell how old it is. And nothing is standing out, so I don't see anything. Oh, down here at the bottom I see some black ink. 09/09/19. There you go. There's the problem. Couldn't see it with the beer in there. This is September 9th of 2019. And this is April the 5th. Do the math. September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. 7 months. That's why I'm not getting anything. This will probably be a whole lot tastier in September than it is now in April. So, couldn't see it with the beer in there. The black ink on a dark brown bottle with beer in it doesn't work. These guys need to switch to a yellow, blue, white, something you can see it, or put it on the label. Better yet, if you're going to use black ink, stamp it on the label somewhere. Definitely, definitely, absolutely what you should do. And like I said, couldn't see it with the beer in there. So we're drinking almost a 7-month-old beer. So that's why I'm not getting anything. Maybe it was tasty at one time. That's the trouble I have around here, guys. Can't get fresh beer. This is the first time we've seen it at the store. So they just it wasn't there a week or two ago. So they just got it in, and it's 7 months old. I'm gonna sip on it. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. I'm sipping on it about 30 minutes. That's about all I wanted to waste time on this 7-month-old beer. That's the problem I've got around here, guys. No matter where I buy them from, whether it's the little gas station / craft beer store, or even going to the craft beer store across town, you're still going to find old beers sitting over there, or no dated beers. Doesn't have a date on it at all, so you absolutely have no clue. And these guys at Old Busthead, there's people here selling your beers that are 7-month-old, and I'm not going to buy it again, guys. And you can't see the date on it with the beer in it because it's black ink on a dark brown bottle with the beer in it. It is what it is there, guys. These guys at this brewery need to change their ink color or stamp it on the label somewhere. My sneaky suspicion is these beers are pulled from other stores and sent to little gas stations / beer stores to get rid of. And of course these guys are in the business to sell their beers, whether they're a month old or they're 7, 9, 12 months old. That's their business they're in, is selling their product. But if you sell your product to somebody like me and it's 7 months old and it tastes like doo-doo, you think I'm going to spend my money on your beers again and not being able to see that date? Not freaking likely. So, Unfortunate for me, I have some more of these to drink. And don't know if that's even going to happen. I may just give them to her to drink. But I'm not going to buy anything else from old Busthead. This may have been a very tasty beer when it was put in the bottle, but at this stage of the age of the beer, not so much. Not impressed. It's a decent beer, but definitely not an A beer to me. So, with that being said, it's just a problem. You guys that can get beers that are a couple days old or a week or two, consider yourself damn lucky, because I can't get it around here. Even the breweries around here that distribute it to the stores, they're a month old before I see them, or older. And they're brewed 5 miles down the street. And still, they're a month or two old before I even see them. So, I don't know why it takes that long to go from the brewery to the warehouse and the distribution to the store, but it does. Because the distributors around here sell they're in control of Bud, Miller, and Coors, and they want to push those beers instead of these beers. It's what it is. Don't joke. Okay, beer guys, and for the age of it, I would expect it to be a lot more maltier than it is, but it did have some significant maltiness to it. I wouldn't consider this a good West Coast IPA. I wouldn't, especially with what I've got here, guys. I just wish I could taste one fresher than this. It may be a pretty tasty beer. I don't know. I don't have any idea. I know I won't buy anything else from this brewery again if I can't see the date on it. So, I gave it a shot. So with that being said, guys, to me, it's a B beer. And that's what I'm going to give it, 85. Over to Beer Advocate, they say 87. And over to Untapped, they have a 3.63. It's also in the B range. It's a B beer, guys. I will not be purchasing anything from these guys again. So if you've had Graffiti House from Old Busthead Brewing, let me know what you think. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.